Let's talk about the Jesse Ridgway controversy. You pearls, we about to have a very fucking uncomfortable conversation. If you don't know, Mr. and Mrs. McJuggerNugget got on Beyonce's internet in the year of 2026, declaring they were terminating their pregnancy due to a diagnosis of trisomy 21, also known as Down syndrome. Since then, they've had a lot of backlash, including some death threats. But there's no other way to slice this. This is eugenics. I don't care how you want to twist the narrative, that's what they're doing. And the unfortunate reality is this is nothing new. Some countries have almost eliminated the diagnosis altogether because of doing this. There was a study about Iceland years ago. I think the biggest issue here for me is less about the abortion, because I've never been totally against it. I have exceptions. Whether I disagree or agree doesn't matter. But Down syndrome is not anencephaly. It does not mean one is born a vegetable. My issue is that you fuck nuggets got on the internet, decided to tell this shit with your full fucking chest, more than likely monetizing off the death of your infant. Not directly, but indirectly, controversy stirs viewing. I don't even acknowledge, and there's probably plenty of people with Down syndrome, or viewers of yours with Down syndrome children, probably watch your videos and you just said their life don't matter. So there's 500,000 people in this country living with 5,000 to 6,000 people a year born with it. Everything has to be on social media. And I'm gonna stand on that 10 toes down. I took care of a mini person with Down syndrome. Angels on earth, some of the best people I ever knew. You know, there's even some that are actors. No, one fella graduated from a university. There's no way you confidently thought could post this shit to the internet and not get backlash. Now there's an upside and a downside to this conversation. Syndrome is a spectrum like anything else. Studies show a lot of them live very productive lives and contribute to society. With the right support, the right help, the right resources, but you just paint a picture that they're worthless. A few years ago, 53% hold down full or part-time jobs. Average IQ is between 40 and 70. Ask me, it's not much different than the everyday American. With the medical advances that we have now, what they used to live 25 years in the 80s, I live into 60, 70 plus years. Studies show they even have their own self-perception, that they're happy, confident with how they look, self-aware. 94 to 97%, in fact, have socially productive lives. Now, is the test accurate? Yes. 99.4%. It's basically 0% false positive. Growing up with a disabled child is a challenge. Some people love it, some people don't, but you know that. That's a risk you take when you hop in the sack. Studies show 79% of families that have them are not mad about it. Express their children live enjoyable social lives. There are a multitude of organizations that will help people out. And one thing everybody always wants to overlook, adoption is always an option. Now, as far as the downsides, yeah, there's a lot. It's like a grab bag. You never know what you're going to get. There's multiple types of Down syndrome. Intellectual disabilities could be mild, moderate, and severe. You have a 50% chance of congenital cardiac defects, pulmonary issues, obstructive sleep apnea, higher susceptibility to infections, on and on and on. There's a cost analysis to take into effect. Average $1,000 to $2,000 extra a year. Most insurances will pick up the slack. It's not even including additional medical or educational. The lifetime cost potentially reaching into millions. Some live terrible lives and they drain the whole family. These individuals live long, happy lives. Down syndrome is not a death sentence. I'll say it again, Down syndrome is not a death sentence. Be nice if we lived in a society people didn't treat it as such. It's true, 60 to 90% of these babies are aborted every single year in America. Ultimately, it's the parents' decision and they have to live with it. But this is a morally gray area. Having this baby is going to come with lifelong care, the loss of your free time, possibly the loss of your career. So there's a lot to consider. But ain't no play or fuss about it. This is an echo of eugenics. Point blank period. Don't give a shit who likes it. It's what it is. Now, you can support that or you can disagree with that, but it doesn't change the fact. Aborting a child, a human life, for a disability in this society and the medical advances that we have today, it is what it is. My biggest issue with all this is you could have kept this to yourself. This could have been an at-home decision. You never had to speak on. You never had to tell the world about it. You never had to make videos about it. You could have done the deed and moved on with your life. But you didn't. Now you're getting the backlash and you're getting what you get. I do not feel sorry for these two people, not one bit. When it comes to the backlash that they're getting, I feel sorry because they felt like this was the only option. I feel sorry for the child that never got a chance. You can call it mercy, you can call it compassion, but you ended a life for a potential disability that was completely highly manageable. It's never about the mercy of the child, it's about the inconvenience on your life. Facts will never change that, and you could have kept that shit to yourself. And that's all I gotta say about it. Toodaloo. Go with the Lord. See you in the next one.